and that community is the Bridges.
Dude, I just had him phase. It's just a random mountain in Arizona. So that makes no sense. I edited that video nearly 5 years ago, and to be truthful with you, it absolutely sucked. I made every single mistake that you make as an editor. Now I teach people how to edit videos to get millions of views like these ones that you see right now. So today I'm gonna completely roast my old edit and show you the exact changes I would make now in order to make a viral video. And here's the uncomfortable truth. The version of me that thought that this video was good was wrong. It wasn't even close to finished. Let's start with what I sent my client 5 years ago.
So if you want your...
Right off the bat, I faded him in from nothing. He was like Thanos snapped, like reverse Thanos snapped. I don't know why. Let's keep going.
Neighborhood, the place where you call home to have miles of walking...
Okay, transition's not bad. B-roll choice could have been a little bit different here, but not terrible.
Trails, multiple lakes where you can fish.
Another transition. I'm not against it, but the one thing that I will say is that there's no supporting text for what he's talking about, which is a huge thing with retention. We'll get to that when we go fix the video.
Splash pad, parks, a gorgeous waterfall entrance.
Different transitions for everything. Okay. That's something.
Close proximity to shop.
Why'd I let it get so close to the weeds there? They look terrible.
To other large parks in Gilbert. Well, this is the video for you, because in today...
One thing I will say is that the Ultra Key, because this client films on a green screen, not great looking. So the chroma key on there, it does not look good. And the background is very red, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But let's keep going with this.
Today's video, I'm going to cover just that. Welcome back. It's Rich.
A transition onto just another shot of the same thing makes zero sense. I used that to cover up a cut, but by doing that, it made it way more obvious, which is like just a really bad decision to make. Let's keep moving.
Brecklin with Arizona.
All right, the lower third's not bad. Probably should have put some contact information there, but overall, that's not terrible.
Life and eXp Realty. Just like I said, in today's video, we're going to cover one of the most coveted and...
That's really not a good look to have.
Really cool.
I used to love this YouTube lower third pop-up thing. Just so unnecessary, and also like, why are we looking at a photo on top of a photo of him? And why are we showing his 157 subscribers? Sorry, Rich. Love you, but that's terrible.
Cool neighborhoods, master plan community right here in Gilbert. And that community is the Bridges.
Dude, I just had him phase down again.
He is the Bridges.
So here I go adding in some supporting text, right? But there's no B-roll. It's just a random mountain in Arizona. So that makes no sense.
Bridges of Gilbert, not the Bridges of Madison County, not the Bridges.
And I fade him back in again. Okay.
Of Maricopa County, Bridges of Gilbert. Why the...
Again with that transition right to him again at the same frame. Terrible idea. Don't cover up your cuts like that.
Bridges. What makes it so unique? Well,
there we go. More supporting text, but it's red, really hard to read. I don't mind the animation, but gosh, that looks terrible.
There are a lot of things that make the Bridges a really cool spot where you get to call home, from the location to the amenities, school, parks.
Nothing's edited there. Nothing supporting it. What was I thinking?
Just, the ambiance of living in the Bridges, from home selection, home prices.
So the biggest problem that stands out in this, and this is really just a hook, we're only going to edit the first minute or so of this. There's no supporting text. There's no motion at all. And the audio sucks. The color key sucks. It's just all kind of like thrown together, and things were done to cover up cuts that don't make any sense. So I'm going to show you how I fix that today. Okay, so here's the project today. I went ahead and already did some of the boring work of dragging everything in there, but the first thing we're going to start with is the audio on the video because it's pretty terrible. Now, I went through and I already rendered this audio out, but basically the tool that you want to use to fix your audio is going to be Adobe Audio Enhance. It's a really cool tool that allows you to upload your raw audio file. So you would export the audio in Premiere, and then you just drag it right into Adobe Audio Enhance. It'll allow you to enhance the speech a little bit and also adjust. You can take music out of it, and you can choose how much of your background noise is in there, and then you just download it right down here. It's super simple and easy to use. Go check it out. Okay, so now that we have the fixed audio file, we dragged it into our project, and we have it right here. We still have a couple changes we need to make.
You want your neighborhood, the place where you call home, to have miles of walking.
So right off the bat, like, we could do some EQ stuff to this. What I'm just going to do is go into the essential sound panel because we're keeping it simple, right? We don't want to waste all day doing this. You want to reduce the noise a little bit and reduce the reverb a little bit some more. Now let's play that back.
You want your neighborhood, the place where you call home, to have miles.
Okay, and then we can add an EQ, and generally you can just do podcast voice and increase the decibels a little bit, or the amount.
Place where you call home, to have miles of.
All right, that already sounds a lot better. So we're gonna take this, Command-C it, and copy it on all our other audio. So now all of our audio is gonna sound the same throughout that track. One trick that I learned a long time ago is that audio is not all about volume level, and you want to layer it a little bit. So
Neighborhood, the place where you call.
Layer it just a tiny bit, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to bring the gain down by like 4 decibels on that second layer.
So if you want your neighborhood, the place where you call home, to have.
I know it's not perfect, but it's way better than where we started. Now that that's done, we're going to get into the actual color key. So in order to do that, you're going to go up to your effects panel and look up Ultra Key. You're just going to drag that onto your clip and highlight just a middle ground green area. And the first thing you're going to notice is, oh my gosh, this looks terrible. We're going to fix that. So the first thing you'll do is raise your pedestal up a little bit. Usually start by bringing it to about 30 to 50. This one's going to be 50 for right now. And then what we'll do is we'll adjust the highlights and the shadows. So you're going to adjust it until you get to where you want them to be. And that looks pretty good to me. So now that we have the Ultra Key started, we want to bring our image or video file behind the actual subject. One of the cool things that we're going to do is go in here to my Sunday Edit Kit, and we're going to take this blur preset that I give you guys, and we're going to add it. Now, you can go in here and adjust it a little bit. I'm going to bring this down to 1. I don't like it being super blurry, and then we'll just drag that clip out throughout the whole thing. Next, what we'll do is we are going to continue to adjust the Ultra Key, watch through it, make sure that it looks clean. Honestly, that looks pretty good. I'm not upset with that. And now we're going to take this Ultra Key, we're going to copy it, and we're going to apply it to the rest of that video. Another thing that I like to do is add a shadow on top of that Ultra Key, which is one of my presets in here in the Sunday Edit Kit. Just drag it in. Boom. Gives a little bit more depth, makes it look less fake-ish, and I know you're only going to get so good with a crappy green screen recorded in somebody's house, but it looks way better than it used to. Now that we fixed some of the more technical stuff at the front, I wanted to mention my Sunday Edit Kit, which is going to be all these presets that we're about to use. You can get it at the link below or scan the QR code on your screen and download it. It's completely free. So the first thing we're going to want to do is add some motion up front on this little intro here. What you're going to want to do is nest that. You're going to call it intro, and you are going to want to use the zoom out preset. Just drag it on. Ooh, look at that motion right off the top.
If you want your neighborhood, the place where you call home, to have.
We are also going to do a slow zoom after that zoom in intro to add even more motion to it. Look at how good that looks.
If you want your neighborhood, the place where you call.
Way more motion up front, and it's not just boring sitting on his face. So let's just take these clips. I already grabbed them from the actual B-roll that was in the original video, and I brought them over, and I synced them up. So we're going to have stuff that's actually showing what he's talking about when he mentions them, with a couple of fixes too. So let's just watch how it looks now.
To have miles of walking trails, multiple lakes where you can fish, splash pad, parks, a gorgeous waterfall entrance, close proximity to shopping, to other large parks in Gilbert. Well, this is the video for you.
What we're gonna do is just select these clips that are layered on top, and we're just gonna drag the slide in preset on them.
Home to have miles of walking trails, multiple lakes where you can fish, splash.
Now we're gonna drag the slide down transition on the ones that taper off here.
Fish, splash pad, parks, a gorgeous waterfall entrance, close proximity to shopping, to other large parks in Gilbert. Well, this is the video.
So now that we have those slide transitions, we're going to add an actual transition. The Atom X plugin, which is a great plugin that gives you a bunch of different transitions that you can use on your video, which is what I used to use, but I overused it way more than I had to. So we're just going to drag this transition over here to kind of liven it up a little bit after all those B-rolls to kind of signify that we're ending that clip.
Well, this is the video.
All right, yeah, that looks a lot better. The next thing that we did wrong was we didn't have text. So we are going to fix that, and I already pre-built these texts. This is a simple preset that I talked about in the Sunday Edit Kit. It's just a text animation that you can drag down, and you can change it, modify the text. You can go into your properties panel on here, change the font size, line spacing, your color, how the animation happens, the actual transformation of where it's at on the screen, the rotation. You can do a bunch of cool things. But I already pre-built those, so we're just going to drag those on top of our B-roll clips.
Miles of walking trails, multiple lakes where you can fish, splash pad, parks, a gorgeous waterfall entrance, close proximity to shopping, to other large parks
that
in
looks
Gilbert.
So much better.
This is
okay. So we added supportive text, supportive B-roll, and we've only seen his face so far. We've seen his face for less than 3 seconds, which is a huge difference when you're talking about retention, because people don't want to just look at your face the whole time. They want to actually see things happening on the screen. If something sits for longer than like 10 to 15 seconds, people are usually just going to click off. So before we had some weird transition here that went right into him again, what we're going to do is we're going to use more of that zoom in and zoom out. So I'm going to nest this side and nest this side because we have that background now. And we're going to go into the effects in the Sunday Edit Kit, and we're going to do a zoom in here.
Video for you, because in today's video,
we're going to do a zoom in here, which will do a quick punch in.
I'm going to cover just that.
And then we're going to go to the next clip here and do a zoom out.
Welcome back. It's Rich Brecklin.
Perfect. I changed the lower third. I would include a phone number. I'm not going to put his personal number out there, but that's just a lot cleaner looking. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, but we don't have an aggressive transition there. It feels a lot more natural.
Welcome back. It's Rich.
Kind of covers up the cut a little bit better than just jumping to something. You're covering it up with motion still, but it doesn't feel as like abrasive and aggressive. Now we're going to show you how to do a cool map 3D text animation in After Effects. Woohoo! So what we're going to do here is this is a B-roll clip, and what you would do is you'd right-click and press on Replace with an After Effects composition, and that will prompt you to open up your After Effects, which I got to find somewhere here, and you're going to get this inside of your After Effects. Now, what you'll do is the clip will be here. You're going to right-click, pre-compose, and you're going to click this little icon here, move all attributes into the new composition, and press OK. I already did that. And then what you'll do is go to your Effects and Presets panel, and your After Effects might look a little bit different. So if it does, you can just go in here. I usually just stay in all panels. I know that might drive some editors nuts, but that's the way I like it. And you look up 3D, not 3C, 3D camera tracker, and you're going to drag that onto the composition. Now, after it analyzes for a second, you're going to get this little pop-up here of a bunch of different points. Don't freak out. This is super simple. Find the best spot that you kind of want your text to be at, and you'll right-click, create text in camera. Wow, look at that. Now you got text in here, and you can change the orientation, and it tracks with the movement of the camera, which is awesome. So we're going to get this text to kind of be on top of the houses here, looking a little cool. And we'll do, let's just add the text where he's talking about most coveted neighborhood. What we'll do is we will take this and shrink it down where we want it. And then you can make some more adjustments. And I'm going to show you something cool here. Now you can go over the top and do this or not, but basically I'm going to go to the transform options and we're going to change, let's just get these orientations in the position down and we'll keyframe it to where we want it to be and drag those over here. And then what we'll do is we'll drag it off the screen by holding shift and dragging. And we're going to also ding this little motion blur icon here. Bada boom. And it will slide in. So cool, but it's a little abrupt. So what you'll do is you'll highlight these here and go to your graph editor. Highlight them again and auto ease in. A little bit cleaner. You can mess with that a little bit, how much you want them to drag out. Let's just do it like that. Yeah, look at that. So much cleaner. And to get out of this menu, you just click on the graph editor again. So now we've got this clip here with the most coveted neighborhood, and we can go back to our Premiere project and it will have been applied to the project. Now, a cool thing is it'll kind of save as like a nested sequence, and you can just add the slide in at the beginning here. You can even add motion to this and adjust it however you want. It'll just be treated as its own video clip inside Premiere.
And really cool neighborhoods, master plan community right here in Gilbert, and that community is the Bridges.
Okay, so we're going to do another transition here again because it's been a little bit, and I'm going to do 2 transitions back to back, but I'm going to keep them different. I'm going to do like a little light leak transition or like a film burn transition here instead of the wipe one where it's like all moving around crazy like the zoom in transition.
And that community is...
And we added some sound effects. This is a preset that I've built out. All you have to do is find a camera shutter audio clip and a little bit of like a swoosh that's quick. And a light leak. My camera died. We're going to keep rolling. Last thing. Now we need some music. I find all my music on artlist.io. You can find yours on Storyblocks, on Epidemic Sound, but I'm able to clear my clients' videos with copyright-free music through Artlist. So that's what I use.
Your neighborhood, the place where you call home to have miles of walking trails,
I do usually just pick like an upbeat lo-fi hip-hop, and it just sounds better and looks better. And I usually take this here, and what you'll want to do is you're going to want to go like the very first hook. You're going to want to go to your actual effect controls panel. You're going to want to keyframe your audio here at about wherever it's at, which mine's at -31.5. Drag it out a little bit and keyframe it down to, let's just say, -37. So now we've got a slight audio decrease when he gets into the meat of the video, which is going to be a lot less distracting, and your viewers won't even notice it, but the beginning, they're going to want more volume and loudness happening. So that's a simple fix right there, that it keeps it more engaging without being overwhelming.
This is the video for you, because in today's video, I'm going to cover just that.
Okay, so let's watch the changes that we made.
So if you want your neighborhood, the place where you call home, to have miles of walking trails, multiple lakes where you can fish, splash pad, parks, a gorgeous waterfall entrance, close proximity to shopping, to other large parks in Gilbert, well, this is the video for you, because in today's video, I'm going to cover just that. Welcome back. It's Rich Brecklin with Arizona Life and eXp Realty. Just like I said, in today's video, we're going to cover one of the most coveted and really cool neighborhoods, master plan community right here in Gilbert. And that community is the Bridges. The Bridges of Gilbert, not the Bridges of Madison County, not the Bridges of Maricopa County.
This is exactly what I do for clients every single week. Take raw footage that feels overwhelming to you, and I edit it into a polished video that has a potential to go viral. If you want to see the exact principle behind the biggest fix in this video, I recorded myself doing that right here. Go check it out and fix your videos today.